happy Monday. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone has been having a good day. I myself have been having a great day, to say the least. Today has been a very productive day for me. Today I accomplished a goal that I set for myself, and I'm super proud of myself. Um, and I know that whenever I set up goals and challenges for myself, I just have to take it step by step, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, and that's what I plan to do moving forward. There's still some things that I didn't do that I wanted to do today, but however, that's okay. I did the majority of it. But I wanted to come on live, guys, and talk to you all because I've been doing some thinking today. Just like random stuff has been coming, on my mind, just things I've been thinking about. I just have a what? Yeah, that's mine. Did you mix it with your stuff? Um, hey Mir, how you doing? Hey Alex, how you doing? Thank you guys for joining in on the live. So I have some questions, guys. Just random stuff I just been thinking about today. Been thinking about food. Been thinking about medicine. Been thinking about diseases. And my question is, where does all of that stuff come from? Where does it all come from? That's my question. That I've been asking myself today, and I'm just so puzzled by so much stuff and things that's like going on in the world, and I feel like the focus is on I feel like the focus should be on the food because everyone needs food to survive, no matter if you eating a raw diet, organic, if you vegetarian, if you pescatarian, if you carnivore, whatever the case may be. I feel like the focus should be on food. I feel like the focus should be on medicine, and I feel like the focus should be on diseases. Because I often sometimes think, excuse the noise in the background, guys. I often sometimes think that when it comes to like, say for instance, medication. I've been hearing on the radio, like if people have taken a certain type of shot, I think it's like the Depo shot, like a birth control shot. Now it's coming out that some people suffer from like brain tumors and all this kind of stuff. So it's like whenever we are prescribed medicine or medication for something that's going on with us, we really have to like look at the side effects and everything. And I noticed that whenever, hold on.
I don't think you can hear it.
They might can, but either I can. Anyway, again, excuse me, what's in the background. But what I was saying is, one thing about it when all the times I've ever gone to the doctor, whenever I was prescribed something, they never told me what the side effects were, ever. And whenever you go to the pharmacist, they always ask, do you have any questions? They never go over the side effects. They might have a little pamphlet or a brochure attached to your bag that you can read, but a lot of times, how many times do we actually read that information? And if we do read it, do we even know what it means? It's like we don't care at the end of the day. We just trusting that they telling us to take this medication, and we don't know what the long-term effects can be later on in life. You know what I mean? And I know last year when I went on a cruise, me and my husband took this, I think it was like a herbal class or something like that. And the nutritionist was telling us that anytime like you take medications, it's going to make something worse. Just like whenever you take blood pressure medication, because I take blood pressure medication. Whenever you take blood pressure medication, it can cause like people to have arthritis or people can have certain pains. And I just so happened to look up the side effects of my blood pressure medication, and I know that it causes like hair loss and some other things. And I'm gonna just say alleged, guys. This is just my thoughts about just different stuff. And I was talking to my dad on the phone the other day, and he was telling me that one of the medications that the doctor wanted to put him on, one of the side effects is that you can have a massive heart attack just out of the blue. And he was like, why would I want to take something that would cause that? So that's the thing, guys. We really have to, do the best we can overall to take better care of ourselves. Eating the best we can. But when it comes to food, it's hard to trust it. um, it's just hard to trust it. It's like you want to go to the grocery store, you want to get the food, bring it home, cook it because it's healthier because you know what you're putting in it. But then it's like at the same time, we don't even really know the stuff that's on the shelf. Like, and my thing too, and guys, this conversation might be a little bit all over the place, but it's just my thoughts. I'm just spilling out what's in my mind and what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about too, like, say for instance, I know for me, I've been my weight, it's been fluctuating now for years, you know. And I noticed that I'm not the type of person where I just sit and eat like junk all day or just eat a whole lot. I just don't. And it makes me wonder, like, why hasn't my size like changed? Or it makes me wonder too, like, whenever we go on a diet or we change our eating habits and you got to follow so many calories, like a calorie deficit or count your macros. Who actually came up with calories anyway? How does someone know how many calories is in a cup of broccoli? Is that just something that somebody just came up with, or they know how, like, where does all this stuff come from? Like, oh, this many calories is in this food, and this many calories is in that food. Because if you think about it, I know for me, I'm the type of person, I pretty much eat the same thing just about every week. It doesn't change, you know what I'm saying? And you know, whenever you go to the grocery store, when you see people going grocery shopping, you kind of going to eat the same thing. You're not going to eat everything that they sell in the store. Like, some people might be the type of people that might eat like fried chicken, baked macaroni and cheese, green beans, and make homemade biscuits or something like that. Then you got some people who might just be the type that bake chicken, but they'll eat a salad on the side. Or some people like cook. It's just everybody just is different, but you basically kind of eat the same thing, and it just makes me think, like, how is it that with those type of eating habits, how is it that people gain weight or you don't lose weight? And I feel like it's in the food. I feel like it's certain things they putting in the foods that's making us to keep the weight on, or to make the cholesterol go up. Cause I can't see that if I have a garden in outside, right? If I have a garden, and say for instance, I plant my spinach, collard greens, and stuff like that, and I make my own collard greens, right? From something I planted and I grew from just a seed. That's it. Just seed and water. That's it. But why is it that you could just get it from the grocery store, but it's all this extra stuff that you can add to it? They can make your blood pressure go up because it contain a lot of sodium. It might contain MSG. It no matter what we get. Some foods might have just one ingredient. Like when I cooked quinoa last night, it just said on the bag white quinoa. That's it. But you got some foods that got like white flour, sunflower oil, olive. It got all these different oils, and then all this extra stuff in it. And then like some of those things we can't even pronounce, but we started putting it in our bodies. And I feel like the stuff that they putting in foods, that's what's making people get diseases. That's what's making people get sick. I feel like that's what's making people get high blood pressure, diabetes, and Alzheimer's, and sclerosis of the liver, all those type of things. That's just honestly what I feel. Um, when you think about it, because it's like no matter how good the food look or how good it tastes, it's not good for us because of that extra stuff they putting in there. And I myself, I'll buy sardines because I just started recently getting back into eating fish. I'll buy sardines or like tuna, and that's a fish from out of the ocean, right? But why the expiration date got 2026 on it, and it's a meat? What is it that they putting in this meat that it's not getting rotten, it's not spoiling, it don't smell when I open it? I mean, it's like tuna, but what is it that it doesn't have that nasty smell to it? What is it that don't make maggots grow in the food? Because it's not living anymore. It's just on the shelf, and it's been on the shelf for who knows how long. Who knows if the tuna factory that shipped it to the grocery store, who knows how long it was in the factory? it got on the expiration date 2026, but when was it made? Was it made in 23? Was it made in 22? Like, was it put in that container? We don't know, but we started eating it. And it's like, it has to be something in there, that's not good for us. Because if I was to go out to the ocean right now and catch some tuna, right? I caught the tuna, I bought it home. It felt like if I cut the tuna up like how I look in the pack. I don't know if they roasted or what, because you can eat the tuna out the bag, it's not raw. And I cooked it the way they cooked it, but I didn't put anything with it. And I set it out on my counter for over a year. You don't think it's gonna smell, you don't think it's gonna dry up, you don't think mango's gonna get to it. So it makes me wonder, like, what is this stuff that they putting in this food that we are consuming and that we are eating and that we are putting in our bodies? And I feel like that is where diseases and sicknesses come from. It just has to. It has to come from the food. It has to come from things that we drink. Because why can't everything be fresh? Why can't we have grocery stores where everything is just fresh? Oh, I just made these fresh crackers. So how did you make the crackers? Oh, I took some flour with some water and I baked it and flattened it out and they good for 2-3 days. Why can't we have that type of stuff in the store? I feel like they just put they got us focusing on what they want us to focus on the news, social media, the radio, TV, movies, all of that. They have us focus on what they want us to focus on. That's just point blank, period. That's just what I think, and that's just how I feel. And I just often wonder what causes like people to get big in their stomach. And they not the type of people that, now if you're the type of person you just sit and eat all day and you don't do no type of exercise stuff, of course you're gonna gain weight, just like you still moving my 600-pound life. Because if you eating a whole dozen of eggs, a whole pack of bacon, a whole pack of sausage, a whole pack of biscuits, on top of it with syrup and some pancakes and hash browns, if you eat a buffet style breakfast, of course you're gonna weigh 600 pounds. But I'm talking about just in general, it makes me wonder too, like, what makes our midsections just stay big? If you just not sitting there eat, and when you drink stuff, what is it about juice that make us gain some weight? But if you notice, if you say, like, for instance, if we took a month off, if all of us took a month off of drinking juice and soda, and we just drank water, just plain water, would we see a difference in our weight or the scale? Or sometimes you lose inches, you don't always lose weight. Will we see a difference in that? Because you notice if you just continue to drink like juice and stuff, that stuff not good for us. Sometimes the stuff make you break out. It can make you get heartburn. It can just cause all kind of things. So I just have questions. I just have a lot of questions that I feel like people just need to be focused on, instead of them keep feeding us the narrative about this stuff. Oh, they had the trend of people getting liposuction. Then they got the trend of people getting BBLs. Now they got the trend of people taking these shots and stuff to lose weight. But they not telling people like what's really making people sick, what's really how they making these people feel, and they don't supposed to eat and looking different. You know what I mean? It's like, what is in that shot that's dissolving all that fat, or making that stuff go away, or making you slim down? Because you're not eating. Are you exercising? So it's like, what's next? What's gonna come after Ozempic? They done cutting up on people's bodies. You know what I'm saying? So what's done after that? Cut your body all the pieces to look a certain way. And I just feel like people think having a small stomach and a big butt, to me, that's overweight when you got a huge booty like that. I don't know. I just got questions about stuff. I also got questions about, just like I was talking to my husband earlier. I was like, I remember back in the day when you get a vehicle, they used to have a little cigarette light in there where you can. It had this cars had the little ashtray in there. They had the little cigarette lighter. They don't sell cars like that no more. And I'm like, okay, they was feeding the habit of people can smoke cigarettes, right? So I don't. Okay, I got questions about vehicles as well. Why is it that you can buy a car and it can go up to a speed of 140 when you can't get on no highway and go 140? The what's the fastest you can go on the highway? 70.
Mm-hmm.
The fastest a person can go on the highway is 70. So why do vehicles? Why is it that you can buy a vehicle that can go past 70? What sense does that make? Why is that an option for a person to actually get in this car and go past the speed limit? What's the point of making the car pass the speed limit anyway? Why can't it be that it's certain rules to when you're driving to make things safer? Why is it that people are losing their lives in car accidents? You making cars out here now, everything touch screen. You don't even got the real what's the gear stick? You don't even got the gear sticks no more. You can press a button now to put your car in reverse park, neutral drive, or it's a little knob. They don't even got the little stick thing no more in cars. So everything touch screen. You mean to tell me you can put all this electronic stuff up in cars and they can lay back and have stars up in the rooftop, and you mean to tell me they can't make a vehicle that no matter what is still, if something hit it, the person won't get harmed. They might get shaken up a little bit, but they won't get harmed or they lose their life. Why is it like that? If you can sit up here and make a president car bulletproof, why can't you make a car accident proof? Like you coming up, they trying to come up with flying cars now, or coming up with cars where people can you don't even gotta have a driver. But you mean you tell me you can't have a car safer? You can't make a car that's safer, or you can't make a car that just like they can make these watches and things where it can tell, oh, your blood pressure high, or your your oxygen low, or you got sleep apnea. So you mean to tell me you can't make a car and put a feature in a car that when people drunk, that they can't drive their car nowhere, where they can harm themselves or somebody else? It's just I feel like they put their money in stuff that they feel like is cool. That stuff not cool. Why not put the money in making stuff safer for people, making it better for people? It's just like this world is just so full of chaos and just turmoil and negative stuff. And it's like people just want to go into the next big thing. Oh, go to the next thing. And oh, AI is the future and this and this and that. Like, why not try to come up with things to want to like put stuff out there to make people be healthier, with to end diseases, to find cures for sicknesses and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just amazing to me. It's amazing to me, and it's just wild how just certain things are. You know what I mean? It just is. I kind of don't understand that. I really don't. And my thing is too, just like how they, you know, they when we have, why is it that some kids born with certain ailments? What is it that make kids be a certain type of way? Is it because when they born they put these shots in these kids soon they come out? They don't even need that stuff. Why they need that when they just came out in the world or breathing the air? Why you gotta be filling their bodies up with stuff? For what? What's the point? I feel like that would be making kids sick too. Or they be making kids have delays and stuff sometimes. Because you put that stuff in these kids' body. Or the stuff that we eating. Stuff like that. I don't know. I just feel like I'm trying to just really understand. I got a headache, y'all. But this pollen and stuff, and plus I'm trying to get over a cold. But I'm just really trying to understand certain things, guys. Like with the world. Like, again, where does diseases come from? Where does that stuff come from? Oh, they got this rare form of this. Where it come from? How they get it? How did they get it? Oh, I know this medicine. If you take this one, this one, this one, and this one, all of these gonna work together and just do what? Make some. It might, excuse me, ease the pain on this, but it's gonna make this worse. And do they tell these people these things? You know, they want you to keep coming back. They want to. It's just the truth of it. And you know how they keep saying the price of food going up. You know why the price of food going up? It ain't like this because they got all these healthy farms and growing it in these non-toxic, put no pollution or nothing in it. It's because of them extra ingredients, extra stuff that they put in there to make the food taste sweeter or to make you more addicted to it. That's all that is. Just like coffee, people be addicted to coffee. Caffeine, people be addicted to caffeine. I'm telling you right now, the things that I feel like people are addicted to when it comes to food, the main things are caffeine, salt, and sugar. Those are the three things right there. Caffeine, salt, and sugar. Because you notice when I eat something, I'm like, this is bland. This ain't got no flavor. What I'm gonna do? Add some salt. It don't even matter if I'm adding Himalayan salt. I'm still adding salt to it. That's not like it's good for us. Or you want to add some sugar to it so it can taste sweet. And then they trying to come up with all this new stuff. Oh, I haven't bought cow milk in years. I get almond milk, oat milk, things like that, coconut milk. But it's like when you buy this stuff, it got all this other stuff in there that we can't put. So it's like, why can't it when you go get almond milk, it be fresh? Like why don't we have like these like real fresh grocery stores? You mean to tell me we can't have that type of stuff? Yeah, people be like, oh, I shop at Wegmans or I shop at Whole Foods or it's still processed, it's still stuff on the shelf, it's stuff still sitting and got expiration dates. And it's not like it's good expiration dates. Even me, I shop at Trader Joe's. And sometimes those vegetables be having like expiration dates, and I'm like, when? And then it be coming from somewhere else. When was this package? Like I said, I always say fresh is best. And I have some fresh broccoli crowns in the refrigerator now that I bought the other day. But I hadn't bought broccoli crowns in a minute because of the way it was looking. Like produce been looking real scarce lately. So I always, get frozen because it's good to eat vegetables. But sometimes when I get broccoli, I have to cook it longer because sometimes even like some of the pieces of broccoli that's frozen, I have to take it out the pot because it don't be looking right to me. And just like I'm getting ready to go eat an orange in a minute. I'm getting ready to go grab me. Well, no, I'm not because I'm not eating after a certain time. I not ate my last meal, so I'm not gonna eat an orange. But I had an orange last night, and I was telling my husband, I was like, this orange good, but they ain't had no seeds in it. Why I don't have no seeds in it? Just like you get watermelon without seeds. You get watermelon seedless watermelon and watermelon with seeds. It's like what is that about? Just like you can buy grapes that don't have seeds in them. I've even had some grapes that taste like cotton candy. They call them cotton candy. I don't know, y'all. I just have a lot of thoughts and I just have a lot of questions. And another thing too, I just feel like just certain things are just getting out of control. And I feel like the focus is on the wrong thing. That's just what I think. It doesn't make sense for cars to go over 80. They want people to be speed. Yeah, I don't understand it either. I really don't understand. And my thing is, I've gone over the speed limit. I've got a speeding ticket, yes. However, and I'm not making an excuse or justifying it, when I've got a speed ticket, it was because I was going maybe 55 and a 45 or something like that. But I've never gone like 85, 90, 90. No. And I feel like if people get caught speeding like that, it should be a huge fine. Like I still again I want to know why cars go to 140, 160. Why are cars made that way when it's against the law to actually go that fast? I feel like that would prevent a lot of things, and I just feel like cars should be way safer than what they are. Brother was trying to call me. It shouldn't be a thing where people can drink and drive. I feel like that should be a no. That should be like something that it's like one of the worst things ever. It's like a no. I just feel like that should be a no. Um, yeah, that's just my thought. Or how is it that you can buy alcohol where you consume where you can be actually drunk? It should just be better laws when it comes to a whole lot of things. That's just what I think. That's just how I feel. What's you guys' thoughts, babe? Do you have any thoughts on anything I'm talking about? Um, you know, I'm just really just just when you go on social media, they just like I said, it should be fines on social media where people can't post certain stuff on there. That's just what I think. I don't think I honestly don't. I'm being honest with you guys, and I'm not being funny. I had even said something to my husband about it. I feel like social media. I don't think that people should be able to post beginning or end. I don't think they should post anything that's sad with stuff happening to people. Um, even though they got all these cameras now that they can, see crimes and things happening, I don't think that should be posted on social media. I don't think that, because it's amazing now that I see a lot of people on YouTube and stuff, they be getting people court records and reading them. How is it that people can just automatically get somebody court record and read it? That's private. That's private. Um, I don't think that anything about like stuff happening to people where they are becoming unalive or they unalive and I don't think none of that should be able to be posted on social media. And I don't think people giving birth should be on social media either. I feel like it's private. I just feel like it's personal, and it be certain things that people post on social media, and people may have going through tragedy and loss, and it's not good for them to see. I think people should just be mindful of what they post and what should be put out there. I mean, it's like people can make all this money on these platforms, but what are they really making money off of? Are people making money off of platforms from being positive, or are they making money off of platforms being negative? Do more of the negative videos go viral, or do more of the positive videos go viral? What might be negative to you might not be negative to me, just like what might be positive to you might not be positive to me, and vice versa. But at the end of the day, if you got any type of is it sincerity? Is that what you call it? Or if you got any type of just couth about yourself, you would know like, dang, I mean, why would I want to see that? Because if that was familiar to me or close to me, that's sensitive. I don't want nobody to see that either. So why would I want to see that from somebody else? That's what I think too. That's what I think people should be mindful of the stuff they post. Like, dang, I don't want nobody to see nobody I love or care about in certain situations. So why do I want to see that about somebody else? So yeah, guys, I just really want to know where this like the certain diseases come from, the medicines, the foods, like all this stuff that people are utilizing of money. I'm using the utilization of money. You know what I mean? And you notice that people that's like billionaires, that's like I'm talking about like in the mid to billionaires, you don't hear nothing about them. You don't hear anything. You don't even know them. You don't hear anything about them. You just don't. You don't hear anything about them at all. And it's like how these people making all this money, but it's other people out who work hard every day and struggle. Why is that? Why is that? And it makes you wonder: is the coin? Does the coin really? Does that even really mean anything? It's sort of like a status. It's sort of like a status. You know what I mean? It's like a status. Take for instance, I had saw this video today because everybody been talking about Karrueche and Chris Brown talking at Coachella, right? So everybody been talking about it, running it in the ground. And the little section that he was in, that he was talking to her, it was him, her, it was some other people. I saw Wiz Khalifa in the section, and I saw Teyana Taylor in the section. And I bet you it was a lot of people who saw that video was wishing they was over there in that section. A lot of people who was wishing they was over there in that section, wanting to live somebody else's life and not live their own. Want to glorify someone else's life and not their own. That's the thing too. We don't glorify our own lives. That's what we need to do. Glorify our own life. Stay focused. Continue to be the best people that we can be. Be nice. Be respectful. Be kind. Be gentle. Be warm. Be loving. Be loving. And I feel like when you're the type of person that's do the best you can in life, be nice, be respectful, try not to do things that's hurtful to others. I feel like that's something that you should be proud about. I feel like it's something that you should pat yourself on the back about. You should praise yourself about, and you should continue to want to strive to be that way and continue to, act that way and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, I just really, really, and you know what? Not trying to be funny, it make me think too sometimes. Um, just like I said, when I went to the grocery store the other day, I was going to get some chicken, but I just did not like the way the chicken was looking. I was like, this does not look right to me, because even when I cook chicken or if I go somewhere and get chicken, I like my chicken well done. I like the flesh to look a certain type of way, to feel some type of way. If it doesn't, I don't want it. And the way it looked uncooked, I just couldn't get with it. And sometimes sometimes if I go in the grocery store, put it like this, there have been times I've gone in the grocery store and I've been frustrated of the way the produce look, the way certain proteins look, just how the food look, and then just reading the back of it. And then it's like, I might as well just go to a fast food place and get me something to eat. I mean, which one better? I don't know. Which one is the best? It's like, yeah, we go to the grocery store, we get our food, and we cook it when we get home. But what was the process of our food being picked from the garden? Or the chickens, what was the process that it came from, where it came from to go to be in the meat department? We don't know what they putting in there. And then I saw something, excuse me, I don't know how true this is, but I did see something that somebody was like, salmon is actually white. It's not the red pink looking that we think it is. I heard it's like dye that they put in there to make the salmon look like that. I don't know. So, and then I was thinking too, I was like, you know what, guys, you know how we like to go on vacations and we see so many people on social media going to these tropical islands and just doing all these great vacations and things. But I was sitting up there thinking, like, we go in the water, people, you can go snorkeling, you can go fishing with the dolphins and swimming with the dolphins and all that kind of stuff. We do got to realize too that water that we go up under, that we inhaling in, because you're going to swallow some of that water that's going in your eyes, your nose, and mouth. Them actually animals that live in there. And them animals be born in the water, they be unalive in the water, they eat in the water, they pee in the water, they poop in the water, and we just eating. We just drinking it when we go in the ocean or go to the beach. Like we go to the beach and we can lay out in the water, splash. You know how you get like somebody that splash water in your face? Just like pools. I want to take swimming lessons and learn how to swim, but pools is dirty because you got to think people putting their whole body in it. Yeah, it got chlorine in it, but what is that doing? It's like these people got their whole bodies in there. Feet, butt, Everything. Ears, mouth, nose. They can have open sores, open wounds. They might not have bathed that day. But we up in the pool just having a ball, falling all in the water, throwing it, splashing it at each other. I don't know. But yeah, guys, it was just my thoughts. I just wanted to just spill it out. Just things I had on my mind. I just wanted to talk about and just share. And I just, just really, really trying to really find ways to be a better person overall. Um, that's all I can do. Because it's like when you think about the radio, TV, social media, and then just what they focus on, that they putting out there, I feel like the focus can be on other things. Those just my thoughts. I feel like the focus can be on having better foods and stuff for people. I feel like the focus can be on, you know, um, the medicines, like making it more holistic, better for people. Really trying to find cure for these diseases and sicknesses. I feel like you'll make more money with finding cures, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they'll make more money finding cures for diseases and sicknesses. Because when you go to the emergency room or you go to the hospital and stuff, sometimes you don't got money for those bills. Yeah, I got insurance, but you ain't gonna pay it. But if people know that, hey, this if you take this right here or this right here, this will really help you. People will invest if they really want to invest in themselves and take care of themselves and know it's gonna make them really, really feel better. But it's not gonna have like a bad side effect, like make their hair fall out, make them get acne real bad, or make just certain things happen. Make people um get blood clots or have night sweats or can't sleep at night or dry mouth. Your mouth dry, your eyes dry. Just headache, body. That's just what I think, guys. That's just how I feel. That's just what I'm thinking. And we just have to. I don't know. I feel like maybe put our little focus on other stuff of making better stuff instead of buying a car that instead of thinking it's cool to invent a car to fly in the sky. Cause what is they gonna do if a car fly in the sky? That's gonna be pollution more, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be more and more pollution. Cause ain't no telling what kind of oil and gas and stuff that they gonna use, and for it to be up off the ground, what's gonna be spewing out? And how are people gonna feel flying in the air? And how you gonna fly in the air anyway? Where they gonna put the stop signs or the stoplights?
Make that correspond. It's an airplane.
But my thing is, if people don't know how to drive down the highway and on the road, what you think they gonna do if you let somebody get in a flying car? They're gonna be going up higher than what they supposed to go. And then my thing is, if you get a car that fly in the air, cars break down every day. So what if the car break down in the air? Then where people are in danger on the ground? I think people really gotta think about stuff like, did that really make sense to have a flying car? Does that really make sense to have a flying car? They ain't said nothing about having a flying ambulance, but it's like, oh, we're gonna have a flying car. That don't make sense to me. Well, it's cool. You can buy a car, it drives you around wherever you wanna go. Excuse me? No, I would never get in a car that I'm the passenger, ain't nobody behind the wheel. I'm just sitting in. Are you serious? No, never. If somebody was like, I need $1 billion to ride from here to that stop, no, I'm not doing it. I'm just not. I'm not doing it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's just wild. And it's like they gonna start having, people need to start thinking. What's the movie, The Resident? They gonna start having robots and stuff doing stuff on people. taking care of people and doing certain things. So guys, I just wanted to share my thoughts and just get it off my mind, get it off my brain. Cause I was just wondering like, why is this? Why is that? Why is this? Why is that? I just have a lot of questions. And like I said, it shouldn't be no way that it should be no type of accident, even like for tires, like with, with blowouts and stuff. And my thing is, how is it that you can pick up something on the road and it can mess your car up? You know how people be fixing on the road, babe, and they be having a little thing sticking about the road, like the little circle. What is it called? The little circle.
Roundabout.
No, just a little circle steel thing sticking about the road.
Right.
All of that stuff, yeah, none of that stuff should be happening. None of it. None of it should be happening, man. And I just feel like, with stuff happening with these airplanes and stuff, why is it that people can't have parachutes when they go on airplanes?
You do.
Or like a better safety device for people. Why can't it be something that's more safer? It's like people invented the seatbelt and they ain't want to invent nothing else. I don't want to come to cars and stuff. Just make me wonder about stuff. Just make me wonder about things. You know? Be sad, man. So I feel like they should, like these car manufacturers, if you're gonna charge somebody 30, 40, 50, 60, $70,000 for a car, let the car be safer. They be like, oh, it got safety features, like if you get in the lane, it's gonna jack you back over. That ain't no safety feature like talking. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because you still in the car, I mean, it's the people that's around you. So, just my thoughts, guys. I appreciate Mir. I appreciate Alice for joining in on the live and commenting. I'm getting ready to get off because I'm getting ready to relax. Wind down and decompress because I had I had a good day today, and plus I'm just tired, and I have a headache, and I know I have a headache because I'm trying to get rid of this little quote unquote, I guess somewhat cold I have. Been sneezing, itchy, all that kind of stuff. But too, I changed the way I eat, and it's just been different for me today, and I feel like that's another reason why too. Um, Guys, I just got a question. If anybody knows, went walking today, and I started itching. Like my legs was itching, my back was itching, my stomach was itching. I'm like, where did that come from? Where did that come from? So yeah, guys, I'm gonna get out this live and then just chill out and wind down and yeah, get myself together and relax. Thank you all who joined in on the live. Thank you all who watched and did comment, and thank you for the ones that did comment. I appreciate you all. I wish you all a peace of mind because a peace of mind is one of the greatest things in the world. I always remember you guys are great. And as always, take care, stay safe, and be blessed. And hopefully I might have a video up for you guys tomorrow or Wednesday. But check out the new video that I uploaded on Saturday. And check out my shorts. I'll probably upload a short tonight too. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much. And I will talk to you guys later. Y'all have a great night and a wonderful week. Peace. Thank you, Mary, for saying great live. I appreciate you. You're awesome. All right, guys.